cabin is brand new, totally redesigned from the TB260. We have a high back suspension seat with multiple height settings. It's got 3 height settings so the operator can get in the optimal operating position. It's a standard feature on the Takeuchi machine. You'll also notice on the far side of the machine that we have a switch bank over here. The first switch on our switch bank controls the DPF. So we have, when you start the machine up, it automatically defaults to automatic mode. So it'll automatically regen when the operator's running the machine. You can do a force regen where you'll have to park the machine for about 15 minutes and let it do a regeneration. We also can turn the regeneration process off with the switch here. So if they're working in an area where there's flammable material, they can turn that regen process off so they can work in an area where there may be combustibles. Another feature on here is automatic idle. We also have a power mode. When you start the machine up, it starts out in eco mode. And eco mode's about going to save you about 12 to 15% in fuel savings. Power mode's going to give you about 10 to 12% more power, and it's audible. You can hear the RPMs increase on the engine, so you get better performance. We've also got a high altitude mode, so if the guy's working in an area, he can turn the high altitude mode on. And once he goes over 6,000 feet, that will automatically adjust the engine and pumps to match them up so they perform better at higher altitudes. We've got detent for our auxiliary hydraulics on our primary auxiliary circuit. So if a customer is running, say a mower for instance, he can engage the detent mode and get continuous flow to the attachment so he won't have to keep his finger on the button here in the cab. And then we also mentioned the lift alarm. They can turn the lift alarm on or off. But like I said, if they exceed the lift capacity on the machine, the lift alarm will sound, alerting the operator and those around that the machine is exceeding its capacity. Our throttle control is new. It is a dial here located on the armrest. So it's an electronic throttle control. So that's a new feature on the machine. The blade features a float position as standard, whether it's our standard backfill blade or the power angle blade. So we have float now on the blade. AM/FM radio is standard. Air conditioning is standard on all cab models. We've also got dual proportional auxiliary controls, so both our primary and secondary auxiliary circuits are controlled with proportional control. Also a new multifunction monitor on the machine, and the multifunction monitor allows the operator much more versatility, also gives him a great deal of information on the machine. Auxiliary hydraulic flows can also be adjusted from the operator's seat now, so that's much more convenient. And they can adjust the flow anywhere from 0 to 100% primary and secondary circuit. We'll also on the primary circuit allow a customer to set up multiple attachments. So he can set the flow rate for multiple attachments, and so if he's running a breaker one day and then a mowing attachment the next day or something like that, he can go from attachment to attachment, go into the monitor panel, select the attachment that it's set up for, and go to work. So it's much more convenient for the operator. Automatic 2-speed travel on the machine, so it's load sensing. 2-speed travel is on the trigger button here on the right joystick. So when you start the machine up, it defaults to low-speed travel. Operator pushes the trigger, goes into high-speed travel, and it will shift automatically depending on the load on the machine.